the mug.
Am I? Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Come on. Come on, Rach. Am I in the right spot?
where are you? Where'd you go? I
No, I'm
lost you.
not.
Oh, you're way over there. She's lost.
I'm lost.
Hello, everybody. It's Miyaka here, Miyaka618, and I have a super special guest for our Meet the Creator. I hope everyone's happy to be here because I am. All right, I have Miss RigsK here. She is the Senior Creator Program Manager for IAVU. And she's also the familiar face of the discussion forums, and you also see her during the what do you call those the
Oh, the
the learning
learning
sessions. Yep, the
section.
learning sessions. She
Yeah.
hosts all the learning sessions.
Mhm.
So she's the girl with all the answers sometimes.
Ah.
Sometimes. So welcome, Ritz K. Round of
Thank
applause.
you.
Yay,
Thank
welcome.
you.
And now,
I
before
can
I
hear
continue, I want to
you.
make sure everyone can hear me because I've had this issue before. Hands up if you can hear everybody. I can turn volumes up too. Ah, yes. Christy Moon says hello.
Awesome.
Okay. So I have a few questions for you. I hope you're
Yes,
ready.
I am so ready.
You've made notes, you're prepared.
Yes.
All right. So, would you be comfortable giving us your real name?
Yes, I would. My name is Rachel.
Rachel. Ooh,
Rachel. Yes. And I
and
can
I have
tell you actually where my Rigs K persona came from.
oh, that's what I was going to ask you next because I just thought of that question.
Oh, yeah. So rigs, I know ironically it means like, rigging your avatar and stuff like that, but rigs is actually the name of my cat from way back
Oh,
when. Yeah, Wrigley. And then K is for kitty. So Rigs K.
that's actually super cute. I'm going to write that down. Riggs. So I
Rigs
remember
K.
that
But
cat, the
you
cat.
could say rig, like rig, like avatar. That could also be that.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But yours is that story is a lot cuter, actually.
Yay.
So, yay. So how old are you?
Well, in terms of years, I am pretty old. I'm 59,
That's
but
not that
sometimes I
old.
still feel like I'm 12 for sure.
It's good to feel young, that's for sure.
Right. And I'm actually looking forward to my 60th. I want to do something super fun. I'm just not quite sure what it is yet, but I want to
Ooh.
celebrate my seniorness somehow.
Senior years. What age do you tend to get the senior discount? Is it like 55, 62, 65? I guess it depends where
Yeah,
you go.
I think sometimes it's 55. Like I think we went into like a Ross store a long time. I went into a Ross. I don't, do you guys have Ross out where you are?
No,
It's
not by
it's
me.
like a discount. It has discount brands, or it has brands that are discounted, clothing brands that are discounted and other brands that are discounted in kind of a sort of not a warehouse situation, but department store situation. And I was super impressed when my mom got a discount a long time ago when she was 55. So I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it and see if I get that discount. Um,
Nice.
yeah, but I think it's sometimes 55, sometimes, but it's usually 65. So I think.
Yeah. I'm getting sad that my children are starting to age out of the children age group and getting expensive.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
um
know.
yeah. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Like where are you from and where you grew up?
Sure. So I was born in New York City and I grew up in California. And I really love to geek out on creative stuff. Like I have a very long background in theater. I went to school for theater, and when I was younger, I would perform in shows. And then, of course, I barely made any money doing that. So I was a food server on the side. It's like that classic combination of, like waiter and actor. And then I later transitioned into directing, and these days, I'm less active in theater. I'm kind of behind the scenes, but I'm still a big fan. And I also love pottery. I'm a pottery instructor, which is super fun. I mean, who doesn't love playing in the mud? And I also enjoy reading. I'm a big bookworm, and I dabble in writing fiction. So yeah, and it's super fun. I love doing that too. And I'm very passionate about supporting creative people and online communities. So this job that I'm doing right now is actually the perfect day job for me because I can empathize about that kind of need to express yourself, self-expression.
Um, have you published any books or anything?
No,
Do
not
you have
yet.
anything super like close to being done written or anything?
I do. I'm on draft 7 of a children's novel that I've had an editor take a look at it and we're going back and forth. So I'm on my 7th iteration and who knows where that'll go. I actually have that's the first part of a trilogy that I want to do. And I love doing it. You know, it keeps my brain active. I love storytelling. I love stories, obviously, because I'm, in theater. And I just keep on doing it. You know, in my wildest dreams, it will be published. But if nobody's interested, maybe I'll self-publish. Who knows?
There's a lot of good avenues to do that for sure.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I know like only one other person who writes books. So that's super neat. Um,
It's,
is there anything interesting about your family life or early childhood that you want to share?
ooh, let's see. So my parents were hippies way back in the day, and I grew up in a very alternative lifestyle, which I could go on for days about that, but I won't bore you. We also grew up next to a creek, which was very fun.
Ooh.
There were tons of like crawdads and fish and ducks. And I would say the only downside of living next to a creek, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but banana slugs, those are kind of like my worst nightmare. They're like really large and they're bright yellow and they're like fat and slimy. And if you step in one, it's just so that was the only downside. But I loved where I lived. Yeah. And my parents actually still live there in that little hippie haven, except
Nice.
all of the young hippies are now senior hippies.
Yeah, I don't think we have banana slugs in this area. That might be
It
something
might
more of
be,
a warmer weather thing. I don't know because
yeah, maybe.
we got leaches in some of
Oh,
our
yeah.
bodies of
Oh,
water,
God.
which are not fun. But
No.
yeah, you
Oh.
don't want to get one of those on you. But
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I
yeah,
just see the 6 foot banana slug. Exactly. Exactly, Kelly Joe. It's so scary.
I
I wouldn't
can
even want you to
imagine.
look it up on Google because it's just disgusting. At least I'm disgusted by it. I don't know.
If I've seen one, I'd probably be pretty gross now.
Yeah.
I mean, slugs are
Some
just as
people
bad,
love
but
them. I don't know. Some
they
people are
don't.
like, oh, banana slugs, they're so pretty. And it just brings back, yeah.
If they don't bite or anything, I'm fine. But I don't like things that
Yeah. And no, they don't.
attach to you. That's
Yeah.
my.
No, yeah. The leash
um, but yeah, I also enjoy living next to water. I do live next to water myself, so I can relate. I do think that's awesome.
yeah.
um, how would your family and friends describe you?
I would say they would describe me as probably a combination of serious and extremely silly. I don't know if any of you have that silly bug, but it's just kind of a stress reliever. Like I don't know if you all like kind of sometimes laugh uncontrollably about the stupid things, or just start like on a silly bent of who knows wordplay.
Well, you've heard me tell you that I love your energy, because
Ah,
and
thanks.
I mean it. I love your energy because you definitely have that childlike excitement about things, which I also have, and I think that's awesome.
Yes,
But
that
yeah,
is.
I can relate.
Oh,
If
good.
I don't know if the audience can relate. I'm sure they can because most of the people that are in here right now are pretty. I know most. Well, I can't. I don't know who's hiding, but most of them are pretty they got a lot of goofiness in them. I love it. I love it.
Yes. I think artistry and goofiness kind of go hand in hand. I don't know. Goofy and silly. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot of artists out there who are very
Very
serious.
serious. Like Andy Warhol, is he serious or does he have a goofy side?
I would think he would be silly. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't. Every depiction of him I see is like him being all my art, but that's just movie stuff. So I don't know.
Or like I'm thinking like, I don't know, and this, you know, these people are not no longer here, but like, I don't know, Dostoevsky or something like that, or oh, like a, you know, somebody who writes about you know, the state of a very you know, like oppressive society or something like that, who's very politically minded. My
Mm-hmm.
stereotype is that they would be very serious, but who knows? They could have a silly side too. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's possible.
I'm
Um,
totally going down a tangent. Sorry, let's,
no, it's okay. I'm trying to keep it in order because I know we have a deadline,
that's true.
and we could totally be silly at the end for sure.
That's true.
So what is your dream job?
What I am doing now, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Even with all the politics and everything, that's awesome. I know.
Yes,
I'm sure
yes,
there's not a
yes.
job without politics, but
There is not a job without politics for sure. And this is, I have to say, working at InView slash Together Labs, it's one of my favorite jobs. And I'll go into that in a bit, but I love working with the people at InView, and I really love working with the creators. That just makes it super fun for me, for sure. Despite, you know, I know that we're, you know, there are ups and there are downs, and there are things that folks like and don't like. And I totally get it. Uh, and at the same time, I also love it.
yeah,
Love
there's
the job. Love the job.
well, after I've been working with you guys for 4 months now, and I can see you guys definitely enjoy what you're doing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, so what was your favorite subject when you were in school?
I loved history and arts and crafts, and of course, theater. So
Did you
always been.
did you do any sort of writing classes? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
I
did that come?
that came later, like in high school and university. Um, when I was younger, it was mostly hands-on crafts, like drawing and ceramics and, you know, everything, embroidery. I went to kind of a hippie-ish school early in my life, so there was a lot of art. We even got to do weaving, which was super fun. We had a bunch of looms available to, you know, actually um, hand make blankets and things like that. Again, I could go on and on, but
That's neat actually. I wish my school had that kind of stuff, honestly.
yeah, yeah, it was rare for sure.
Would you are you considered an introvert or an extrovert?
I am a friendly introvert, I think.
You think?
I don't know if that's a category, but
Well, I I I've asked several people this question, um, because I feel like most artists are actually introverts because you had to be more
mhm,
internal to really find the inspiration, I guess. Or I
mhm,
mean, more visual. You have to be more observant to the world, and you have to be more of an internal feeler to really get
mhm,
inspiration to make good art or writing or whatever
mhm,
crafts. So I feel like
mhm,
most artists are introverts, but there's like a scale of introversion. Like if you can handle crowds and be friendly for like short bursts, then you'd be like an extroverted introvert. But
mhm.
but we always need to go back into our internal to recharge, and then you're
Yes,
good to go back out again. So
yes. It's like the
yeah,
introverts charge their batteries by being by themselves, for sure.
yeah. So when I tell people I'm an introvert, they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, I'm friendly,
Mhm.
but I'm going home, and I'm gonna be home alone by myself for the next ten
Yeah,
hours. So
yeah, for sure.
for the next
Totally
three
get it.
days, and I'm good. I
Yeah,
may see me
exactly.
again. So,
Yes,
so
exactly.
yep. If you could visit anywhere in the world, where would it be?
My latest travel dream is Japan. I really want to go to Japan and I'm saving up. I just haven't planned anything yet, but that's my next goal for sure.
Yeah, I would also love to go to Japan. Now, I was talking to Polystyrene, and she has been to Japan, and she said it was
Oh,
amazing, and she wants to go back. And I'm like,
hmm.
take me with you.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, and I need to like, I've just seen Japan, of course, via movies and, looking at stuff on the web, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it's just going to be so much different when I actually land there. I feel like I will need like a Japan assistant to help me guide
Yeah,
me through all of
I,
the,
I, I bet you there is a culture shock because it is a
yeah,
very different culture, but
yeah,
beautiful, at the same time.
absolutely. Yeah.
They're just, they have weird quirks, but I guess you'd have to experience it to know. Remy, have you been to Japan? She's saying it's amazing. It sounds like she's been
Oh,
there.
I can't wait. I feel like I
Mm,
might want to go on like, I don't know, a tour or something, just so that I don't feel completely lost.
get like a little guide.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
sure that.
So, where's the farthest you have traveled?
I think the farthest I've ever traveled is Norway, and it was a kind of a cruise. It was really cool, and we sailed the fjords and visited various cities, and there was this movie that had come out about a couple years before called The Wave, which is a Norwegian film about
Mm.
a little village in the fjords that experiences a tidal wave. And we were sailing in the same area where that film was filmed. And so it was
Oh.
really strange. It's like, oh my goodness, will we experience a tidal wave too? There was probably close to zero chance, but watching
Mm.
that film and sailing in the very spots where it was filmed was a kind of a surreal experience. But it was beautiful. It was awe-inspiring. The just sailing down those narrow passages of water, surrounded by these cliffs of green cliffs was just spectacular.
Did you see any aurora while you were there?
No,
No. Oh.
no, I really want to. That's another bucket list thing. I really want to do that.
Oh, we had some good aurora probably a
Oh,
month ago now. Oh, it was so amazing.
oh,
I had never seen aurora so good. I mean, we're on a solar maximum right now, but it was just the
oh
coolest thing I ever saw.
gosh.
It wasn't like a bright aurora, but you could see like the electric pulses in the sky. It was
Wow,
amazing, and I'm like, what is going
wow.
going on? So that was super cool. Hey, I'm gonna
That's
move
super
next
cool.
to you.
I'm sitting on the blanket. There we
Yeah.
go. I want some
um.
tea. Oh, sorry. Go
So
ahead.
if you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
Ooh, that's a fun question. Probably after doing the responsible things like, giving to family members, making sure I was, financially solvent, et cetera, giving to my favorite causes, I would open a dinner theater. And that's
Ooh.
because food, from my food service background, and theater are two of my favorite things. And those are also super risky ventures because there's just so much the margins are very low and there's so many expenses that I would probably lose money on that venture. So I need a lot of capital to kind of as a cushion because I'd be losing money, but I'd still do it. It'd
That would be cool.
be so
There's
fun.
there's a little, say, like a business or a park, there's a little area near my house. I live in
Mm,
Wisconsin. In case everybody who's watching doesn't know, I live in Wisconsin. I'm not telling you exactly where, but there's a place called Old World, Wisconsin, which I live near ish. They brought a lot of the older buildings from like the 18th century or whatever
Oh,
to one
cool.
spot that were still standing, and they turned it into like a live action, um, like a live action old world Wisconsin. So they had people actually doing raising cattle and farming and doing blacksmith, and it's super neat. They have a little old theater where they'll do dinner plays during
Oh,
certain times of the year. And my favorite is going to the Halloween one because they usually do something really cool and we eat, and then they come in while we're eating and they start the play right away. So yeah, I think, and then we move to the actual theater, but like we start they act around us while we're eating our dinner. So
that's
it's
so
actually super
cool.
fun. Yeah.
It is. I used to do dinner theater a lot, and it was super fun. Um, like murder mysteries and stuff like that. Those are really cool. I have this wild desire that I want to do like a Shakespeare um, play for dinner theater, but I don't know how well that would go down. I don't know. There's this um, there's this thing called near our town called Shakespeareans, like SHAKESBEER like you drink beer and then you watch Shakespeare at the same time. And it's really popular. And so I'm thinking, well, if they can do it, I could do it. But I just need that 10 million, Miyaka. If you
Yep.
could help
Yeah. I
with
will.
that, that would be great.
I'll help you win that lottery.
Okay. Thanks. Thank
Your
you.
kitty's super cute, by the way. You got your little kitty on your shoulder, and I got my cat
Yes,
on my
it's really
shoulder.
cute.
I gotta get them
Thank
both. Hold on.
you.
Let me take a picture.
He's so sweet. He kind of looks a little bit like my cat Moose.
He's cute. He's little.
He's little, but Moose is much bigger.
Yeah.
And tougher.
All right, we're gonna move on to some IMVU work-related questions. So, how
Awesome.
long have you worked at IMVU?
I'm kind of a baby when it comes to InView employees. I've worked for InView a little over 4 years.
4 years. I like how like you guys all say IMVU, and I still say IMVU because that's how I learned it back in the
And it's
day.
it's confusing. Yeah, because some people say IMVU and some people say InView.
And I guess it's
We
easier to say IMVU because it's
InView.
read that
Yeah,
way, I
yeah.
guess. But
I think internally we all say InView. I
yeah,
could be wrong. There could be, but I'm just thinking back on all of our meetings and whatnot. I think we all say InView, but
Gav says
everything's
it's
not right.
IMVU.
InView.
IMVU. Sounds
InView.
French.
It's
Oui,
a
oui.
little French. That's right. InView. InView.
So what got you interested in working at IMVU?
Absolutely the creator community. Since day one, I've just been awestruck by the creators, just the talent and the grit and the perseverance is, I think it's not to be matched. It's like, you know, when you start out as a creator, you have to learn all this, third-party software, like, 3D software, Blender, or, 3ds Max, or, Maya, and then learning, Photoshop, and then learning all the intricacies of how to make products specifically for InView. I mean, it's not easy, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned, and just not only like getting up to speed on all that stuff, but actually, persevering and keeping with it. That takes a certain kind of personality, and that is very special, I think. And that's what
Absolutely.
creators have.
Yeah, I agree with you there. A lot of the creators that came in and stuck it out, they definitely knew how to grit.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But they have a
Yeah.
goal in mind and you go for it and you don't stop until you get there. Yeah, those are the kind of people that are like the best creators in my view.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh, when I
And
first
you
started
are
there,
among them, right? I mean,
yeah,
you
when I
stuck
first
it
started
out.
there, there was very little in the way of educational content. So like I had to go out. The forums were really awesome for that because there were people who started before me who started sharing their knowledge, and that's the best thing about iView. The people who share their knowledge, and just to raise up, it just raises up the entire community. You got
Yeah, I
you
agree.
have some people who are just like they want to keep their secrets to themselves. Well,
Yes.
you're not really making the place better. You're just hoarding your knowledge. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we really appreciate creators who spend the time, whether it's on the discussion boards or, one-on-one or however you do it through tutorials, just sharing knowledge and helping the creator community. That's what
so what
kind
did
of makes it a special place. Oh,
yes?
go ahead.
So what is your favorite part about the job?
I love seeing the amazing products that creators make. Absolutely. I love collaborating with creators on special projects. I love, my favorite thing is designing programs that help creators. And what's most important to me, I am not a creator myself. I'm a creative, but I am not talented like the rest of you in that area. So I what's most important to me is to really understand what creators want and trying to deliver on that. And I took creator classes, with a couple, like with RigsK and with another creator, Prey, and they helped me really understand how difficult it is to create. So I know enough to really get how labor intensive creating is. And of course, I'm learning, from our creators and residents like you, and just talking to creators day to day on projects and whatnot, just learning that the path to creating is really a one that requires perseverance. And I totally lost my train of thought. So that's what I love. Yes. So I love working with creators and seeing what they do. And what's important to me is understanding creators, for sure.
Gaff says that he feels you there. He's not really a creator either.
Thank you, Gaff.
Gaff, you are. You make some really nice stuff. Stop it. He's too modest.
Yes.
He's very modest. So, what is the most stressful part of the job?
That is a really good question. So as I just told you guys, I want to see creators engaging at InView and making products on InView and loving it and reaching their creative goals. And I want creators to like thrive financially in their shops and earn money. So that's what I really want for creators. And if I had a magic wand, I would instantly grant everything that creators everything they want, money wise and creative wise. And the reality is that sometimes it's definitely not as straightforward as I want it to be, and that's really frustrating. And that's really the nature of working in a business, balancing what I want or my goals, my creator goals, in this case, what I want for the creator community, balancing that with the realities of business. Like, I want this particular goal for creators to make their creative lives better. But when I strive for those goals, there are things that come up against those goals that I need to ask myself and the company. Like, I get asked, well, how big is this project that you want to get done? Or what, like asking what resources are available. Are there any engineers and, product managers, et cetera, that are available to help me get my task done? And are you competing with, other groups who have their own wants, who want those same resources? So it's kind of juggling, like, hey, I want to do this for creators, and then learning, well, this other group needs those resources, and we have our priorities, et cetera, et cetera. And that can get frustrating. And at the same time, it's the nature of any business. You're always kind of butting your goals against the goals of what other groups need in the business and what and company goals. Like, do your goals align with company goals, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's the frustrating part, I think.
And if the red tape could just completely disappear, everyone would be happy.
I
except
know,
except for the ones
exactly.
in charge. You're like, no, we need the red tape.
Yeah, and and the people in charge have a good reason for, maybe not making your wishes come true, and you just have to do your best. I think everybody, like every department in a company has their goals, right? And it's kind of like a democracy where, it's like you have to, what's best for the overall ecosystem. And sometimes you get voted for, and sometimes you don't get voted for. And that's the
Yeah.
way it goes.
I realized that I wasn't wearing Wally, but I can't find him.
Oh,
And I always have Wally with me, but I'm not using that avatar. I don't think I put Wally in the right spot because, like I
yeah.
said, pets don't really show up on here, which is sad. Oh well. Sorry, I got distracted. It happens.
I'm looking at you scrolling up and down, and I'm hypnotized for sure.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I
No, no,
do
no,
that
no, no.
sometimes.
I love it. I'm kind
It's
of like, oh, this is relaxing.
it's the
What
ADHD kicking in. It's like,
what's the
wait,
dog
I have an
wear?
idea. I must do it now. I tried. I think I forgot to add the pet. All right, so let's move on to some more IMVU related content. Not working there, but like information for you, the viewer, because she has lots of
Yes,
good information.
yes, yes, I do.
So, oh yeah, Gaff is right. We do need a search box for inventory. Write that down.
Yes.
Write that down,
Okay,
Rachel.
I'm writing it down. Hold on, making a note, going down to the bottom of this page, search box. Watch me, Gaff, I'm writing this down. Search box for inventory. Okay.
Wait, where is my bunny? I didn't. I put it on. He's not here.
Your bunny?
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe I broke it. I might have
Oh,
broke it.
oh dear.
Oh well. All right. So, what do you think are the biggest creator opportunities and challenges?
Yes, so opportunities, there are a couple that I'm super excited about. So I think NFTs are a really big opportunity for creators because it's an additional source of income and it's an additional source of, creativity. It's like a whole different channel. And I'm super excited to see where that goes, judging from the last 15 years plus of InView and how creators have really transformed how everything looks, the rooms, the avatars, et cetera, just really stretched the envelope of what is possible. I'm based on that, I'm really excited to see where creators take NFTs. I'm also a big fan of this scripting project that we're working on. So, and I know you've been working on that too, Miyaka. The scripting project is going to be another creative outlet for creators and another potential revenue source for creators. And from my basic understanding, I am not a scripter. Creators can make interactive items like furniture and games within rooms, and this gives users kind of more of an immersive experience. And also it provides again, like NFTs, a brand new category for creators to, make stuff for. And I know you've been working on those scripting,
Oh yeah,
scripting project.
it's kind of fun to play with. I broke something today.
Oh, fun.
I used the function remove all furniture, thinking it wouldn't actually implement until I loaded the room, but it removed all the furniture immediately, and
Oh,
it was like gone. It's like I thought maybe it
oh,
would like reload and the furniture would. I was wrong. No, it was gone. There was
oh,
no furniture and there was no undo button. I'm like, okay, well, guess I'm gonna
oh,
redecorate
so
this room now.
frustrating. Oh,
So
geez.
I mentioned that during the during the meeting, and they're like, "Yeah, we that's a problem we've noticed." I'm like, "Yeah, I should maybe do something about that because people are gonna do that.
Yes.
They're gonna blow up their rooms quite frequently with that one."
Yeah, that was a good, I'm sorry you had to experience that, but hey, at least you brought it to the attention of the
Yeah,
team so they could go, oh yeah, that's a problem.
but I see a lot of potential with the scripting. I've already voiced my concerns with the NFTs. Um, I
Yeah,
think they're a good idea, but I think that I don't know if they're going to bring as much value as IVU expects them to be, but that's just my personal opinion. We'll see.
yeah, exactly. Like all of this is an unknown, like the NFT project, we're like any company, we're making not assumptions, but we're predicting based on sort of past behavior and things that we see. But yeah, we don't know. It's all new. it could be like, like, oh my gosh, NFTs, they're amazing. They're going to just blow up in an awesome way. Or it could just be like, we're selling less NFTs than we thought we would.
Yeah. Well,
It's an unknown.
they definitely are a good a tool for users if they want to sell their stuff from time to time.
Mm-hmm,
Like they
mm-hmm.
want to buy something, they use it, then they sell it. That I think that right there is a benefit. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, we will see. It's exciting. Whatever happens, we're kind of in the pioneering stage of a brand new kind of category. So
Yeah.
we will be eating popcorn and watching and doing our best. It will
Popcorn.
be an adventure.
All right. What advice would you give creators just starting out?
Well, just a caveat, I feel like I've really got to know creators and their challenges and their wants and needs fairly well. But again, I'm not a creator, but from my experience talking with creators and working with creators, I would say probably be patient and focus on learning your craft and learning about being a creator on InView. I know success does not come overnight. It takes hard work. I would say take advantage of the resources on create.imview.com. And of course, also ask fellow creators on our forums at cc.imview.com. That's Creator Connection. They are so happy to support you. We've got a lot of great, talented moderators that really thrive on answering questions. And there are, of course, also tons of amazing resources and video tutorials, etc., from creators themselves, like you and like other creators that are just out there in the wild, that are there, that are super helpful. I don't know
Wow.
what else would you say, Bianca.
Wow.
That's layman's advice.
Yeah. The wild. Yes. Seek out the help of others if you need help for sure. Um, Honestly, I would say don't unless you're willing to pay someone to do one-on-one, don't ask someone to just give you help because a lot of us creators are very busy and we don't really have the ability to just like help everybody who asks for it. I get a lot of questions a lot of time and if they're simple and short, I will answer. If they want like they want me to like show them how to create an entire thing out of scratch for the first time and they've never used the 3D program in their life, I can't help them.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
But
really good point, is
I
that
mean,
they should watch some ready-made tutorials and try them. And then once
exactly.
they've tried them, ask for help,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. I mean, you got to use that step-by-step process. Some people just don't like to put in that work, I guess. They just want it
Yeah,
handed to them. But
yeah, and I understand that. I
yeah,
mean, for sure. I,
but
watching videos and it can be frustrating, watching videos and then trying it. Oh gosh, it's not working. How do I do that? But you got to put your grit hat on, right?
right. And I think someone else said this. I heard this someplace else. But when people are looking for videos, they're looking for like a very specific thing. Like, how do I, put this hat on? But they don't realize all the extra steps involved with making the hat. So they don't know what they don't know, and that's
Yeah,
you know, they think,
and
okay,
that's
where's the video on how to make a hat? How do I make a hat? Well, first you
yeah,
need to learn how to mesh. Well, first you need to learn how to use the program to make a mesh.
yeah, yeah,
So, but they have this big ambition. I want to make a hat.
yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a hat right now, Miyaka. I'm
And
gonna make a hat right now. It's gonna be
and that's
amazing.
that's where a lot of people get discouraged, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like create.imview.com kind of takes you through at least the sort of the step-by-step flow of what you should work on first, second, third, et cetera, et cetera. It's not going to tell you like, how to make that specific pair of jeans that you want to make, but it's going to show you the sort of the principles of how it works. And then there are lots of other tutorials again in the wild that kind of go into specific, more specifics in terms of like how to mesh something or how to texture something.
If you could wave a magic wand, did we already answer this question? Yes, you kind of already answered this question, but if you
Yeah,
could wave
I
a magic
did.
wand, what would you give creators? You would give them a perfect platform.
Yes, I would so give them a perfect platform. I want all the platforms to be um, to have equal features and functionality. Have desktop and web be just as amazing as the classic client, and of course, provide all of the financial success that they could possibly want.
um, Rose Petal asked if they still have the beginner tasks.
If we still have the beginner
I
tasks.
think, well, when you open up Studio, it gives you like make a shirt, little tutorial
Oh,
thing.
yes, yeah, that should open up if I think if you haven't made the shirt yet. But if you can't find it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a note to say to like, how do you find the beginner shirt tutorial and embedded in Imbue Studio? Yeah, that should still be there. It just might be more difficult to find if you've already done the tutorial, but I'm sure there's a way to get back to it.
Um, yeah, I know there's if you like,
Oh, it opens up after every update. Okay, great.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, you may be right because I've had it pop up on me a few times. Like I thought I've already closed this one out.
Uh, okay.
Yeah,
But how else can you find it if like you want to get back to it
yeah,
before the
that's a
update?
good question. That is a good question. How is creator feedback handled at IMVU?
That is a very good question. So, boop, 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 boop. So if we're talking about creator issues, we try to resolve those via our customer service agents, and those start with opening a ticket on help.imview.com. And if the issue is not resolved or is too complex to solve at that level, they usually migrate to me or a program manager or a product manager, and then we try to get the answers for the customer service team. So if something's not answered, the team will email me or product or engineering and say, hey, do you have answers? And then we'll work to get those answers and then send them back to the team, the customer service team, and then those folks will send those answers back to the person who asked. If a creator is looking for advice on how to create, those questions, and we kind of touched on this, can be answered on create.imview.com. That's a really good resource center. Or if you have questions about creating, you can ask the discussion forum at cc.imview.com. And folks will point you in the right direction. And in addition to technical questions, we definitely pay close attention to feature requests and feedback about our programs and our policies. And we look at discussion forums every day to see what creators are talking about, what they care about, and we elevate that feedback to our management team. And whenever possible, we take action. We
And
are
did
listening.
what's that?
We are listening.
You are listening,
We are
and I believe
listening.
that. I
Yes.
honestly would say that this current administration, if you will, has been like the most res- res- responsive, I guess, in our requests
Hmm.
that we've had in a while. There's some dark years where like they're just not fixing stuff. Like they're not even doing anything. What's going on?
Yeah.
Like what's happening? I don't know.
That's good to hear.
But no, I would say that you guys are actually doing really 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 well. Um, Currently with listening to creator requests and stuff. I did make a request. I'm going to tell you this now.
Okay,
And I did say, I
write it
think
down.
Greg wrote it down, but I thought it would be kind of neat to have like a pending to-do list page. I know someone who has to write the code for that, or the website page, but have like a, this is our list of things that we're working on, you know. Um, so, and then you could resubmit a request of a feature below or something like that, you know. But
Request a feature. Like you want kind of like, hey, we want to see, like we would like to add our feature request to this list and we can see this list. Is that what you mean?
yeah, it'd be like a transparency thing. So
Yeah.
so the creators, users in general would know what features is like on the top of the list, you know, and they're like, ooh, I know
Mhm.
what's coming next, you know, and things that are like maybe would like to do, maybe happening soon, and things that absolutely aren't going to happen anytime soon, you know, just like a
Yeah.
just a page, and then just to round it out, have like a little a submission page, a little submission box on the bottom that says that I would like this feature, or I want to vote on this feature, you know, like a feature voting thing or something.
Yeah.
So it would probably
Sure.
give you a much better idea more organically, I guess, what creators
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, for sure. We did that, like there were, and we should start doing this again. And we have been meaning to do it. I think just, we're a little bit, you know, the busy, I mean, we
You got a
want
lot
to
of
do
stuff
it
on your plate right now.
sometimes. Yeah. And so we started with like, hey, this is a list of features that we're working on with InView Studio, and we had that out, and that worked really well. And then we were like, yes, we've got to do it again. And then we haven't done it again. And you were reminding me that we should do that again. So we it's like we mean to, we just get sidetracked. So sorry, writing this down about, like, I think it's been on our list for a while, and it's just kind of, I think it's slipping a little bit about.
I think we
Okay.
already kind of touched on this next question just now.
Yes. Yes, yes.
So the
Yeah.
big
Um,
question that people want to know is what's going on with the desktop.
with the desktop, yeah. So we absolutely understand that many creators love Classic Client and all the features and functionality that were built in it. And I kind of touched on that, where I wanted all the, all of the old and the new platforms to kind of match feature wise and functionality wise. Um, so making our desktop and web products just as feature rich is definitely our ultimate goal. And of course, it's taking us longer than we would like due to the processes that I was talking about, where you try to get your stuff in, and sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. But our powers that be do understand about the need to improve desktop, and we are putting more resources into focusing it on that now. And we've started adding more features to desktop, and we've reopened our beta testing program for desktop so that beta testers can start working with these features and functionality. So we're working on the ability to enter 3D rooms in a browser, to show distant seat nodes in chat rooms, and also the ability to change the seat node balloon size. So we're getting there, and we're definitely working on additional changes to desktop, and we'll keep you updated. Of course, in our dreams, we would just love to go, boom, everything looks the same. It's all great. It's just always much more, yeah, much less straightforward than we wish it was.
Boom, there it is.
Yes,
That
there
would
it
be
is.
magic. Um, what does IMV look for when they feature creators in campaigns, like the showcase or the VU
The Boo
influencer?
influencer, yes. Another awesome question. So there are several things we look at. The first thing is, like, if we have a theme for showcase or for the Boo influencer um, campaign, do the entries match the theme? Also, we look at how original the products are. Like, did somebody just change, a brown shirt to a lighter brown shirt, or did they, put some thought into it? and some thought and time into it to make it a little bit more different from the original mesh, or you know, add their own touches and stuff like that. The other thing we look for is the quality of the product. So how does the product look? And of course, how does the product work? Are there any technical issues? You know, is there a lot of clipping going on with the product? We don't want that, you know, where there are like jagged edges or empty spaces and things like that. And finally, and this is important, is the creator's account in good standing? Like if a creator has, you know, committed a bunch of terms of service violations, or, you know, in their account, or, you know, or elsewhere, that, you know, that can be a problem for being featured. We really want to award creators who are aligning with our terms of service rather than creators who are not aligning with our terms of service, ideally.
Makes sense. Definitely. Yeah. I don't think you'd want to bring someone in who's making all kinds of bootleg stuff. That would be
Yeah, for sure.
shady.
And there are some things where like they are amazing, and it's like, oh, rats, you know, they have this thing that we can't ignore, so we can't do it. You know, there are some amazing creators out there who just are super talented, and then darn, you know, they've done this thing and we can't feature them. Yeah.
Remy has a quick question. If a creator is not a pro creator, would they still be considered in the showcase?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's all about the products that are presented, and the, you know, and their account being in good standing. Granted, if somebody has like, you know, 5 things in their catalog, that's not going to be a good experience for the shopper. So we would probably not showcase them. If like somebody was starting out, and then we give them a, you know, we provide a link in that showcase slide to their shop. If there's only 5 items, that's not going to really be good for the creator either, because you're not going to really benefit from being in showcase because you only have like 5 things to offer, right? So we want to make sure that a catalog is pretty robust as well.
And you have to apply to be on the creator showcase.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you
do.
just don't randomly pick people. So,
Right.
Because Chrissy Boone says she hasn't seen anybody that's not pro, and I have to wonder that maybe the pro people are more willing to apply.
Yeah, and also
I mean,
the pro people are more aware of the terms of service and know that following the terms of service is really important. So some newer creators, that's why it's so important for creators who are not as experienced or have not been on IMVU as long to really look at the terms of service, because we do see, you know, some amazing stuff out there from creators that are less well known. And because they have not followed the terms of service, we cannot feature them. And that's really frustrating for us because we want to show new faces in there.
right.
Sorry, I'm getting on I'm on a pedestal right now, but that's usually
tangent.
Yeah, that's a tangent. Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about the Creator in Residency program.
Oh, yes. So the Creator in Residence program is an awesome way for creators to sharpen their skills and learn more about IMVU technology. And we offer a stipend to creators in residence, which allows them to kind of take more time to explore their craft. And I know, Miyaka, you are our current creator in residence, and on our side, not only does it benefit the creator in residence, but totally going off on a tangent. The other benefit is that you get to the creator in residence gets to really have a closer relationship to the IMVU staff and get to know IMVU staff, and we get to know the creator in residence, which is a real benefit, I think, to both parties, because the creator in residence maybe gets to kind of understand a little bit more about how we operate, and, you know, just get to know us, and from both, and we learn a lot from the creator in residence too. Like for you and for past creators in residence, it's like you are the window into the creator world. So we get to understand all the really real details about the creator experience and why or why not something might work. or why not something is working or not. So that's super beneficial for us. And so I would highly, I am biased, but I would highly recommend applying for the Creative Residence Program. And it doesn't necessarily have to do, being accepted doesn't necessarily have to do with how long you've been on MView. It just really has to do with your skill set. Again, aligning with our terms of service. And that's kind of it, is really the skill set and aligning with the terms of service. Those are two really big things. How has your time been on the creator? And I mean, I know I probably shouldn't ask you because, of course, I'm biased. You don't have to answer that or feel
I've actually really enjoyed it. I really have. It's been nice getting to know all you guys. And then seeing some inside workings has been kind of cool. But yeah, it's definitely, I guess, opened my eyes up a little bit about some of the politics that you guys also deal with. So it's not like when something is handed down from the powers above and you're like, well, this is gonna not be well, but we're gonna do our best to deal with it. So
yeah,
and
yeah. And I don't mean to say that, it's not like, oh my gosh, Big Brother is so mean to me, I can't get what I want. It's, of
right.
course, nobody's out there to, sabotage anybody.
Oh no,
The
there's
management
usually
team
a
is,
there's usually a bigger picture, and if you're
yeah,
like
exactly,
being
exactly.
being super close to the stuff that you're passionate about, you don't see everything else that's happening. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
So of course, yeah, in my little world, it's like, I want to give creators everything, but then it's like, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than my wants and needs. It's the whole ecosystem, which makes it much more, complicated. But it's valid.
Hmm.
They have reasons for what they're doing, for sure, and
But
valid reasons.
I would also encourage anybody to apply for the creator residency. It's been a very um, uplifting. It's been a very good experience for me, and I think JazzCat and Curio would say the same thing. So if and when you guys offer the next one, I would suggest everybody. I've had people saying, well, I don't know if I'm going. Like, well, just apply. Just apply
Yeah, it
anyway. You
doesn't
don't know
hurt.
what they're looking for at the moment. Don't take it as a personal attack on you if they turned you down.
Not at
They're only
all.
picking a limit of people, and they have certain needs at the time. You may fit those needs at that time. Go for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like auditioning for a part in a show. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the needs that InView has and the skill sets that they need and stuff, but it's definitely not like, a personal attack because we didn't pick you at all. It's just,
We don't like you.
yes, we
Just
we
you.
love you.
And
We
these
love
other 200 people that we turned down. We don't like any of you. Just
you.
kidding.
No, it's true.
It's not true. Um, Tell us about the creator ad program.
Yes, so the creator ad program is ideal for creators who have a large amount of developer tokens or credits and want to promote their shops to a larger audience. And we offer a campaign that promotes creator shops on mobile devices, users' mobile devices. And so that means that people will see a creator's ad in the Discover feed. The campaign gives creators 100,000 impressions. So that means like 100,000 pairs of eyeballs will be on your ad. And the cost is 80,000 developer tokens or 800,000 credits, or a combination of both. And the creators who participate are mentioned on our Media Mavens page, which is on create.mv.com. There's a special little Media Mavens page that you can get to from create.mv.com.
Do you get a badge too?
You get a Media Mavens shield. I should call it a
What's a
shield. So
shield?
yes, a shield. And they're very pretty, and you get one automatically when you advertise.
I've considered.
You consider it.
I've considered.
You considered. I know it is a lot of dev tokens, but if you have a bunch that you're sitting on and you don't want to use them for anything else, give it a shot. I mean, we have a lot of creators you'll see on our Media Mavens page, there are a lot of creators who have taken advantage of it, and we have a lot of repeat customers. So
Yeah,
it seems to be doing something positive for creators.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I maybe maybe after I'm done with residency, I'll look into it more for sure. Um, Tell us about the Creator Education Center.
So again, I'm biased, but I love our Creator Education Center. Again, at create.mvu.com. I sound like a used car salesman. Um, and the Creator Education Center really provides a solid foundation for creators who are just starting out and want to know the basics. And it's also a good reference for more experienced creators who are like, oh, how did you do that again? Or what was that? What are the standards or the techniques or the guidelines that I need to know? And as we were talking about before, when you go to create.mvu.com, you'll see kind of like different categories and sections that are kind of listed out in a linear way. Like if I was a creator, I would first start with the top section, then the next section, then the next section, so that you don't go, I'd like to create a hat. You mean I can't create a hat? If you create.mvu.com section, you'll go, oh, okay, these are the steps to creating a hat. So first I need to start with step A before step R. I wanted to get to step R, but what I really need to do is start with the first step at the top of the list here. So it kind of gives you a better understanding of the journey. And that's all I got for the Creator Education Center.
Nice. It is a really good resource. You guys have improved that too over the years, so and it's just getting better. Keep on adding more steps. Um, how can creators promote themselves at IMVU?
Another excellent question. If you go to, and if you can, Miyaka, put the link to this page. So there's a page on there that lists all opportunities or most opportunities for creators, except for the VU Influencer Program. That's new. I should add that to that page. The VU Influencer Program is another awesome way. Thank you for reminding me. I am going to put that in VU Influencer Program. And most of these opportunities are free. And again, like Miyaka was saying, it's like, just apply. It's just everybody has a right to apply. Go for it. You just never know.
Just do it.
And yeah, just do it.
What
Do
do you have
it.
to lose? Nothing. Maybe a little bit of
Exactly.
time. Get a little bit of
Yeah.
time from typing it out, like what, 5-10 minutes. But what do you have
Yeah.
to gain?
Yeah. Exactly.
Lots of stuff.
Exactly. I
Lots of
like that.
stuff.
So sorry, I'm adding VU influencer program add to read.nv.com. Okay, yay.
I like how you're adding notes as we go along.
I am adding notes.
So we are almost done with the question portion. Like this is like we've hit a lot of topics here in the last hour. So how you feeling? You feeling good so far?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. Definitely.
Good.
I really appreciate all you guys listening and for asking these questions and inviting me on here. It's an honor. Let's see. I'm seeing a question about if a creator is not a pro. Okay, we already did that. And then many people can't get pro with a new tier system, and many are getting pro. So that is true. Like the new tier system is different from the old tier system, and that in the old tier system, the weight was mainly focused on the sales. And now it's sort of equally distributed between, or not equally distributed. Sales actually still has a huge factor, but in addition, it's like, are you actively creating?
Absolutely.
And so that changes things.
I think I did a Twitch stream and then I put it on YouTube. I have a YouTube video about how to get pro, and it's actually not that hard if you put in a little bit of effort. You just have to do a certain number of things per month,
but it's not,
and
yeah,
and you'll get the minimum requirements to get pro. So
yeah, for sure. And it is different. So you just have to kind of get used to it, so it's sales still a huge part of it. The thing that's different is that creating has a higher weight than it used to. And also engagement has a higher weight too. But sales still has the biggest weight, the biggest potential to gain points. The creating and the engagement categories have a cap on them, so you can't. So those can't have as much weight as sales, but it's new. Those are new. And it's just, yeah, it just takes getting used to it. I know, I get it. Like, it's a change, right? And people, including me, don't like change. It's tough, it takes getting used to. And, I get that the changes can sometimes be difficult, but it's getting pro is not as difficult as it may sound.
Right. And what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, change. A lot of the times, like, people get stuck in things that they're familiar with, but if you don't make change, this is like a life lesson too. If you don't make change, how are you going to grow as a company,
Mhm.
as a person, as anything? Like, change
Mhm.
is how you figure out how to become better. So a lot of people just, they really like their little cozy familiar box, but eventually that's going to grow stale and it's not going to be as useful anymore.
Yeah, and
So
it's understandable. Change is hard. It's weird. Um, but it's worth it, uh,
absolutely.
in most cases, for sure.
uh, is what's one question that, this is part of our closing, by the way, what is one question that you wish I would have asked you, and how would you have answered it?
So I'm going to give myself a very difficult question.
Okay.
So, and this has to do with grandfathered creators. So we recently announced that grandfathered creators, I'd have to get this right, hold on, that grandfathered creators who have not purchased the legacy VIP, which was VIP before we announced the tiered VIP. So grandfathered creators who don't have existing legacy VIP, starting July 1st, will need either platinum or diamond VIP to be in the earn money program and get payouts. And that's been very controversial for sure. And we've got a lot of feedback, and understandably so. This is a change that affects grandfathered creators, and some, and I can understand why some are upset. So we've been listening for sure, and we are working on changes right now. It's going to be kind of an addition that we think will give creators benefits that will help that the impact be a little more positive for them. So I just wanted to, take that hot question in the room, because I know a lot of people are thinking about it, and just address that. This is one of those cases where we put something out there and we get a big reaction, and we go, oh, yes, that is a really good point. Very good. We're going to go back and kind of look at this again and see how we can add to it so that it's, less negatively impactful than it could be. And I guess that's kind of an example of listening. But I just wanted to say we are listening, we are hearing you, and I know this is difficult for some of you. We're definitely getting it, and we're taking some action.
It's very brave of you to tackle that question.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's been on my mind for a lot, it's been on my mind. We are definitely, and it's been on a lot, the creator team's mind. And the executive team is definitely listening. So that feedback does make a difference,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nobody wanted to ask. That's hilarious. All right, so I'm a. So you guys who are watching, I need you to think up a few questions. We don't have a whole lot of time left, like 10 minutes left. So while you're thinking about questions, we're gonna close with Rachel. Do you have any life advice to give the audience?
Do I have advice to give the audience?
Life advice, just
Oh,
general
life advice. Oh my God.
life
Because I'm almost
advice.
60 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say lately this has been on my mind. A lot of times we all get kind of caught in our little day-to-day, like, tasks and worries and stuff like that. And I, a lot of times, just forget to go, oh, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here, like right now, I'm sitting here in this kitchen. I'm going to have lunch soon. The sun is out. Oh, my cat's in the other room. I have a nice cup of coffee behind, just like little things, the actual experience of living in a moment and being alive. I forget that. I forget what a gift that is. So the fact that, we are alive, we've been given the gift of life, we have comforts around us, life is pretty good in this moment. I would say, I guess it's like stop and smell the roses. Yes, that's Rachel's awkward way of saying stop and smell the roses.
That's actually really good. I like that. I like that a lot. Does anybody have any questions for Rachel here? And until let's see here. Yes, they much appreciate that life advice. It sounds like.
Yes. Any creative it's coming this
Oh,
summer.
Gaff wants to know.
Yes, I know. So we are this is like I'm 90% sure, unless something weird happens. We are planning and this you guys are the first to hear. So it's kind of
Ooh.
confidential. Oh no, because we're going to be streaming this, so it will be okay, I'm going to say it anyway. So we are, and things can change. But so far, this is what's going to happen. So we are planning a Christmas in July event, kind of like the what was used to be called Small Business Saturday, or what we call now Celebrating Small Businesses. So we're going to do a Christmas in July event around, I think, the second half of July, where you can go in and talk to your fellow creators and meet shoppers and all that kind of stuff. So I think that'll be kind of fun. And thank you. And GAF 210 is partnering with us. Thank you, GAF, for making that all happen. Could not do it without GAF, for sure. So that will be happening. And what else? There's and then I'm sure we're doing there will be more VU influencer stuff in September. I know that's we will be doing another showcase. But I think the Christmas in July is kind of the funnest thing.
Yeah, those are always.
At least I think so.
Gaff always put on a good party. I swear.
I know. Amazing. It's amazing. What else?
Any other questions?
What else, people?
You could spend some time playing around the room if you want to.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a nice room. Who put this room together?
It is. I don't know. I'm going to sit at the table here. Hold on. I'm going to drink some tea. Do I get to drink
the
tea?
big table?
The big table. I'm craving an animation, I think, Miyaka.
Well, if you sit over one, there's oh, wait, which one of them? Oh, this one. This one has the cup holding.
Oh, I want to do the cup. Okay.
Sit there.
Oh, wait, I want to see. You do the cup.
I just did the cup.
Oh, you did
I'm doing the cup.
Okay.
And now I'm going to move out of the cup.
Okay.
I took a picture of it earlier. It's your turn.
Oh,
there's another one next to it. There's a mug. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Hold on. Okay.
Do you want the mug or the cup? Because I can move. I'm on the mug now.
Okay, I'll do the mug. Oh no, is it the goblet? That one?
Oh, the goblet, yeah.
Goblet. Okay.
Do you want the mug or the goblet? Because I took the mug.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
Come on, Rach. Am I in the right spot?
Where are you? Where'd you go?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're way over there. She's lost.
I'm lost. Or is this the one? Is that the one?
Yeah, guys, I met lots of you guys at the creators, the Christmas in July / Small Business Saturday stuff. I usually live stream those for like a few hours. I can't. Gaff is on those things for hours and hours.
I know.
I can't do that.
It's amazing.
But I'm talking the entire time, or I'm laughing, or I'm giggling, and I'm like, okay, introvert break, right?
Exactly. Okay, come on. I'm lame. I wanna watch you do it. You do it.
Okay,
You
hold
did
on. I'm gonna
the
take a
animation thing.
picture, and then I'm taking share. Sorry, I have to do this because I totally forgot rate with polystyrene. I feel terrible. Okay, where is it? Over here. Over here. It's right there, and then there's this one. These are, and there's on the other side too. There's a goblet and a cup. A tea.
Okay.
It's tea.
Okay. Ah, nice. Oh, very cozy. That's cool. I want to be sitting at this table right now.
Yeah, right. Look at all of these goodies. There's
I
the
know.
little
And
biscuits
I
and tea
know.
and some
I want to go over
beautiful
to
flatware.
the clock photo booth here.
Ooh, and cupcakes.
Oh, look at
Ooh,
me.
cake. Oh, where'd you go?
I was doing a strike a pose with
I lost
the
you.
clocks.
Where's your? I gotta
It's with
find your head. It's where'd it go? I lost you.
it's on it has a white and black checkerboard floor, and then there's
Oh, there you
mushrooms.
are. I see.
Yeah.
Ooh, there she
Oh,
is.
nice.
Wait,
Oh,
wait. Here we go. Right next to you.
oh, is that an otter? No.
What? My ferret?
What do you have on your shoulder? A ferret.
That's my
Cute.
ferret. That's Lorelai. It's based off
Butterfly.
my real life
Oh,
ferret.
do you have
I
a
bring it
ferret
in.
in real life?
Yeah, I have two of them.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to make a ferret.
You have to, will they can you bring them to our next meeting so I can see them, or are they just too wily?
Yeah, I certainly can.
Oh,
They won't sit very long. I'd have to hold them and they'd be like squiggly, like let me down. I want
oh
to
my
see her because
gosh. I just
I
want to
never
see
let
them.
them in my room because they. Oops, I forgot to hit share. Because they'll hide stuff. They're little thieves. They'll steal stuff and then. So my room is not ferret proof. The rest of the house is. So they do get free reign of the house, just not my room or the bathroom or the boys' room or the garage. One of them got in the garage a couple weeks ago. She was
They're
she was
little.
having a field day. She's like, "This is the best day ever."
They're mischievous hearts, right?
Yes. Did I finish my dog? No, the dog is. I'm gonna finish the dog after the residency is done. I've just been so busy helping out.
Oh, you're
Realtor
making the
here.
doggy?
I have a dog that I started working on it around. I did several Twitch streams with the dog, and I never got a chance to finish it because then I started the residency.
Oh, got it.
But I was only working on it during Twitch streams, so it took a lot longer than normal.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry,
But
I'm
now
doing.
I'm just gonna finish it because I want to get it in the catalog because it's a cute little puppy. I
Awesome.
figure people are starving for pets. I'm like, I'm gonna start making more pets.
I know. I think pets make Inview a happier place for sure. It's a great niche, you know.
It is. I've
Sure.
discovered as much after I started making pets. I'm like, wow, people really like pets. I'm gonna make more pets. They're a
Pets.
pain in the butt to make.
Yeah, because it's like creating like an entire avatar from scratch, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I have a cup.
Ooh,
Yay.
there, yay!
Look, I'm holding a cup. Oh my gosh. Maybe someday you'll do like a sipping from the cup.
Go back to the cup. You moved.
I moved. Did I move? Okay, hold on.
Go. Okay, there we go. See, I gotta get a picture and then you can move.
Okay. Cheers.
And I got my ferret on the right side. Yay!
Look,
All
they're
right.
each other.
Well, I think this should probably wrap this up because I got no more questions and nobody else in the audience seems to have any more questions. They said that we pretty much fulfilled all of their greatest desires of questions.
Oh my gosh, I'm writing that down in my diary for sure.
Greatest desires of questions. So it was very thorough. This was a very good interview. It was really nice chatting with you. It really was.
Awesome chatting with you, Miyaka, and great to see you all on the chat too. That was really, really helpful and fun to see you all adding your comments and stuff like that. Really appreciate you.
I'll let you know when the summary pops in how many people actually came to watch. But I think the top viewership at once was 11, which is not too bad.
Too bad.
That doesn't count the people who are hiding incognito. That doesn't actually count those people. There are people that just come in and they're not signed in. That doesn't so that was actually you had a decent viewership today.
Yoo-hoo.
So, all right, guys, it was lovely chat with you. And it was nice streaming again. And I don't know when I will be on next because I don't know if I'm gonna be on next Thursday. I'll let you know. I'll let you people know when I figure that out. But all right, I love you guys. Rachel, say goodbye.
Awesome.
So I'm
Wonderful
gonna.
to meet you and to see you. Awesome. Take care.